Huh? Yeah.
Okay,
Which one?
just waiting for the
I've taken it off.
charge.
I just
and
looked
then
up.
we'll have the slides
Because we only have two
up and
slots.
running. But what we'll do anyways, because you had them up and you had the discussion between yourselves on the verses of the Quran. We discussed the first verse, which talked about worship and specifically prayers at night. And there was also mention in that verse of a particular state of mind and a particular state of heart that these people had, which was that they were mindful of the akhirah, they were conscious of the next life, and they had hope in the mercy of God. So these two states of mind, these two states of heart, are characteristics and qualities of these people. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala went on to say, are those who know equal to those who do not know? And it's in this context. And then the verse actually finishes off with another statement. And the statement was, إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرَ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Indeed, it is those who think, those endowed with minds, they are the ones who think, or they're the ones who remember. And not to get into too much Arabic, because I suppose these things are relevant when you know Arabic. But tadhakkara, yes, okay, yeah. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one. So we were talking about number one. But in this verse here, the entirety of the verse, it's not here. This is the middle statement. So I'm talking about the final statement in this verse. إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرَ أُولُو الْبَابِ. And tadhakkara in Arabic, when you say tafa'ala, tadhakkara, tadabbara, it entails a matter of effort. There's a lot of effort that's involved. So when you say tadhakkara, these people do tadhakkara, tadhakkur, it means they're making a lot of effort to remember God. So it's not a passive thing, it's a very, very active thing. And we had a few comments from here, from there, from everywhere really, about what does it mean, what is the Quran saying about knowledge here, right? And I think we all got the point that the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put this statement in the middle between those who worship and those who think, and then says in the middle between these two statements that the people who know are not like the people who do not know, right? That's informed by the entirety of the verse. So I think perhaps what we can say is that knowledge, in the Quranic understanding and conception of knowledge, involves action, right? And it also involves certain things that act as a prelude to that action. And I was suggesting, that those things are things like contemplation and reflection, right? And making an effort to think about the realities of life, the realities of the akhirah, the realities of creation, and where that leads us. And this is all ilm. And if you remember, we started off with a kind of a linguistic analysis of what ilm means. And we said that there's a component to ilm, or there's a sense to ilm, which is that it leads you to something else. It's leading you, it's guiding you, it's sending you in some direction, right? And so so I think that's what we were saying about this verse. So I hope that's come across clearly for you guys. So bear this in mind, that ilm in this verse, and these are one of the important verses in the Quran which talks about ilm. It's this type of ilm, right? Okay, so number 2 verse is this one, which is Surah 58, verse 11. I believe this is Surah Al-Hujurat. No? Oh, sorry. From those who have. Oh, right. Sorry, I've got something here. I've got the Tafassahu. Okay, so this is 58:11. 58:11. 58:11. Where are we? Okay. Anyway, yeah. So this second verse. So let's have a bit of a discussion amongst ourselves about the second verse, which I thought I had down. So we've had the discussion, haven't we? I think, is that right? We've done the discussion stage, haven't we? I'm just
58:11.
sorry.
It is 58:11.
It is 58:11.
Yeah,
Mujadila, yeah. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. I've got to hear. Okay. Right. So first let's briefly. What's the? It's not the context actually. Technically, you say co-text. You know, the text that surrounds a particular statement in any text is called a co-text. I think, as far as if I'm correctly informed. So what's the co-text of 58:11? What's the Quran? It's pretty obvious if you read the verse. So what have we got? What's the Quran saying in this verse? Sorry? Etiquette? Yes, it does, exactly. So what's the etiquette? So what was the etiquette that he was talking about? No, not here. That's a second etiquette that's there, yeah. So when it's time for leave, if it's said to you, get up. إذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا. If it said get up, then get up, yeah.
The first one is to make room in your
Exactly, make room, yeah. وإذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس فافسحوا يفسح الله لكم, yeah. So if somebody comes in to a gathering, let's say there's a study circle in a mosque, right? Or there's a gathering in a house and people say make room, then you make room, right? Originally this was a reference to the house of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah. Because what would happen is that people would come to the house of the Prophet, there'd be no room. What people would wanted to do was to be around as close to the Prophet as possible. So imagine the Prophet is sitting somewhere, everybody wants to be the closest person to the Prophet, right? And so when somebody comes in, no one's going to want to move. Basically, they don't want to stay put. I'm not moving, but وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَكُمْ تَفَسَّحُوا فِي الْمَجَالِسِ فَافْسَحُوا. So these are the two etiquettes, right? So the brother was right, absolutely, two etiquettes. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this statement, and Allah raises those who believe from you and those who have no knowledge many degrees. Right? And then there's another statement, which is a concluding statement, Wallahu bima ta'amaluna khabir. And Allah is all knowing of what you do. Right? Okay, so what do you think the verse, why has this statement, why has knowledge come here? What is the verse saying about knowledge? Why has knowledge come here? What do we take away from what the Quran is saying about knowledge and its people in this verse? Allah raises those who believe from among you and those who have been endowed with knowledge, darajat, many levels. Not just one level, many levels. So those people, anyway, let me not carry on. Let me ask you guys. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah.
Being knowledgeable to having that good manners.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what are you saying? Are you saying that those who equip themselves equip themselves with these etiquettes, they're the people of knowledge, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah? Okay. Anybody agree or disagree? Want to add anything?
I was just wondering when,
Yeah.
with regards to the assemblies, if it also deals with the assembly of religious nature, of Islamic nature, of
Yeah.
Islamic knowledge,
Hmm.
so that we make room for others to achieve
Yeah, no, it can be, of course,
Knowledge
of course.
that knowledge should be available to everybody. So that if someone comes
Yeah.
and gain that knowledge, you should make room for
You should share.
to share.
You should share. You should not exclude people.
So that's what I was
Yeah, well, the first or making room for other people is an act of generosity in the first place, isn't it? But you're right. In the context of this verse, it can also include generosity about knowledge as well, not being stingy, not being exclusive in terms of access to knowledge. So knowledge perhaps is not an exclusive thing. Knowledge is an individual right, an individual responsibility. Everybody has access to the knowledge of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Everybody has access to knowledge in general. Yes.
I think this part of the ayah is those who become those who have knowledge many degrees, right?
Yeah.
I think at the time the people would have wanted to be as close to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
the closer they were to him, the more knowledge they would have gained. Sorry. The more
It's okay.
knowledge they would have gained.
Yeah. Yeah.
And well, obviously, if you equate that with those closer to him, the closer is the more knowledge, and the further the less knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So I think this ayah will speak about those in a way, not just to make you feel like you miss out if you're far, but when you say those who have knowledge in many degrees, but to feel like, okay, even if you're far from the Prophet, even if you're not, if you make room, you would still be, Allah would still raise you because you believe and you have knowledge, regardless of how close you were, how much knowledge.
Absolutely. That's regardless of how close you are to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It isn't the